Alright, it looks like we are live. I am in Oarai. Alright, let's check. Cheapy Daiso special. Oh no, it's tangled. What a pain. Sometimes if you let them get too slack, they get tangled like this. And I kind of just left it out like that for a few minutes while I was getting set up for this live stream. Alright, no fish yet. I'm just gonna live stream basically until my GoPro's battery runs out. Let's try not all the way down. It is kind of weird because I am... that's weird. So if I look on the app, it shows I'm not live streaming, which is weird. If I look on the website, I am live streaming. When did I hit that? Oh, there we go. Alright everyone, hello. We are in Oarai, Japan today, which is in Ibaraki. Not very active. I haven't seen people catching stuff. So I've got this big rod out. This is 5.3 meters. And then I got this little cheapy Daiso special. Honestly, I don't ocean fish very much, so I'm not actually quite sure 100% what I'm doing here. Kind of like a lot of things in my life. Let's see, I'm just going to jig this kind of back and forth. So there's a sabiki rig. I should open up the chum bucket more. Oh yeah, it is pretty closed. That's annoying. Not really. Should I switch it to a bag? It's already empty. There's just lots of space at the bottom. I think I have a bag somewhere. I do. I'll have to cut that, no big deal. And now just fill it back up. And this one's got lots of dead space at the bottom. Not loving that design. Oh well. Probably dump it into a basket at the end when I'm getting low. Keep it for now. If anybody's in chat, I'll check in a second. Jig it up and down, jig it up and down. I can see chat on my phone, but well, that's weird, and the stream got worse. I'll never quite understand like why sometimes you'll have a really good connection and then all of a sudden it'll like just disappear. I'm gonna reel this thing in a little. The big one. Let's take a look-see. I'm kind of new to the whole ocean fishing thing. I got this big rod used kind of out of luck for 1,000 yen. And that smaller rod is just a Daiso special that I'm putting a sabiki on. I still got my bait. Maybe I got the wrong bait. Here, I'm gonna try absolutely letting this thing fly. Damn it. And I lost the bait. Nice going. Bait's in the bag. Give me a shrimpy. Yeah, there's just a tail. That's okay. Actually, I'm gonna rebait both of them. Yeah, I wonder if it's been nibbled on. Oh, that's loud. I'm not quite sure if this is even the best way to hook a shrimp. I don't know. I'm still learning. I'm very much in the learning phase. That's okay. Gotta start somewhere. You know, what happens if I absolutely try to fling this thing? I'm not sure if that was me or it actually doesn't cast as far as I thought it would. Probably me. Would be technique. That wouldn't surprise me. Fire department's doing some type of training or exercise here. Catch any? Not yet, Grant. Nothing yet. I've just been here less than an hour. I kind of set up, started the live stream, got both rods in the water. Oop, oop, oop. Oh no, that's the weight. This little cheapo, this is like a 1,000 yen, so like $8 US rod. It's like the equivalent of buying the cheapest thing at Walmart. Because if it gets salty and wrecked, I don't really care. So this one's set up with a sabiki rig, with a chum bucket. I don't love the chum bucket. To be totally honest, I don't think its design is very good. So I might switch to a bag soon. And you can see weight at the end. Maybe you can see sabiki rigs. Try a little deeper this time. Just kind of jig it up and down gently. Kind of similar to what that guy's doing there. I'm not seeing people catching fish today. That's a little concerning. So last time I went here, I didn't catch anything. I didn't know what I was doing. I just had a little sabiki rod and not that much bait. I was just here to try it out, and I saw people catching fish, but not seeing anything. I'm kind of wondering if all the fire trucks and stuff going up and down are not helping, especially with fish close to shore. Yeah, let me adjust that. I think the, so that size 6 Japanese line, I think that it's not quite, it's a little too thick. Oh, that was yesterday for us actually. Yesterday was kind of windy, rainy until the late afternoon, and then it finally got a little nicer. I'm glad it's not like that right now, because if it was windy and nasty, it'd be kind of unpleasant standing here. As protected, well, we are kind of protected here. Let's see, is it a bite? Cold, nasty day. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, let me grab my tea. Got beer for later. Did I already have one open? Oh, there it is. That's not a bad cast. I'm gonna drop this all the way to the bottom. See what happens. I don't know what I'm doing when I'm fishing the ocean. They're gonna actually clear this out in the summer, so they're gonna come in and they're gonna re-dredge. I think that they want a minimum depth of 8 meters, I was reading. I guess that's happening in June. Oh, did I get something? Or did I snag the bottom? I snagged the bottom. I also think I have the drag on super light. Probably not helping. There's a fish. Yeah, it's saltwater fishing. This is that's Oarai Port, actually. That is where right across from us is where the ferry comes in. So the ferry goes from here to Hakodate, which is in Hokkaido, the far north, the northern of the big 4 islands. So if you want to go, if you want to take a ferry from Tokyo to Hokkaido, this is really where you would go. Even though we're not in Tokyo. But it's not a horrible drive between here and Tokyo. All right, I'm gonna adjust. But yeah, I sometimes joke, instead of coming here, I should just go to Kasama Lake. Look like the ocean. Catch there you go. Oh, those haven't been bothered. Yeah, he doesn't have anything either. I've not seen a single person catch a fish since I got here, which kind of is discouraging. But also means I'm not like the worst fisherman here, because I've had that experience too. The first time I came here, I didn't. Oh, I forgot to adjust that eye. You know, I didn't know what I was doing even worse. I didn't catch anything, although I didn't really fish that long or that hard. Yeah, so sold. Wonder if it warms up and the day goes on, it'll get a little better. Hopefully. And, you know, all it takes is one good catch, and then you feel way better. What am I doing as far as battery? So in this area, they pull out some nice flatfish out of here sometimes, which is kind of what I'm hoping for on the big rod, because I think they're tasty. Although I probably got a little bit of Stanley in me and that I'll eat almost anything. No, that's just my personality. That's a cool setup. I was thinking, if I lived in Mito, which is kind of the big city that's that way, it's the capital of Ibaraki, and it's a 20-minute train ride from here on the little local train. So like if I lived in Mito, I probably would be here pretty regularly and have a pretty serious saltwater setup. Salt fishing, make it sound like I'm gonna catch some salt. Could have used a slightly heavier rig, I guess. The waves keep pushing it around. Okay. It's a pretty serious amount of stuff going on here. Huh. Interesting. Wonder what the fire department's up to. And out of chum. Huh. Let me look at what I got. Do I have something that's maybe a little longer? That was just pure hooks. Three centimeters. Yeah, I think that's what I got. 3 centimeters. Yep. Exact same thing. And I'm gonna resort to that at some point, I have a feeling. Everything's 3 centimeters. And 5 centimeters. This one's a little longer, but I'm not sure that's what I want to use. No problem. Maybe try that later. Ooh, sun's gone away. getting a little cooler. Where'd I put the cap? Cap. Right, let me dump this in the water first, then I'll look for the cap. Oh, somebody's dog. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, stay there. I don't think anything's gonna hit that rod that's big enough to pull it off, and if it does, I'm gonna be impressed. There it is. The problem with when I film through the GoPro is chat. Everything is just over here by my phone. They're up to something. It's funny because like we're all fishing, but we can't help but keep. Oh. Is that the wind? I need a different line. Like this size 6, I think it's mono. It doesn't really work. I should get braid, but the thing is I only paid $1,000 for this rod and the reel. So part of me is like, do I really want to buy braid for it? There's a bit of surface activity over there. I'm kind of hoping they do something interesting and I can get it on camera. I think they're just going to use the, I don't know, they filled up a little tub thing. Or they're going to simulate a rescue? That'd be kind of cool to watch. I don't know. Oh, hey, Sunfish King. Yeah, get to braid. I should. No, I'm just using the hotspot on my phone. It's just there's good reception here, I guess. That's probably what. Oh, hey, Sunfish King. I got you a beer. Yeah. There's actually there's a company here that makes kind of cheapy braid. Probably not that much different, to be totally honest. Probably the same stuff, but repackaged. Because I was thinking that maybe I'd just get a size 5 or size 6. This is size 6 I have on here now. Braid. Actually, I'm kind of tempted to go size 5 because I'm not targeting massive fish. Yeah, let's check. There's some extra. I might have just snagged some seaweed. Didn't fight like a fish. See if my bait's been stolen again. It's funny because you feel like you don't actually cast that far because there's just so much space But then when you're reeling it in, you realize, like, oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, look at that, got some seaweed. Looks like I need to rebait it. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice red seaweed. I don't think that one's... Actually, there are no poisonous seaweeds in Japan. So pretty much any seaweed that you find or that washes up on shore is safe to eat. Just not guaranteeing it'll taste good. In fact, some of them I'll guarantee you they don't taste good. But, you know, back in the old days when there were crop failures more frequently, the fact that you could eat any seaweed was actually a very good thing for people. So seaweed would become kind of an emergency food source. I think nowadays there's only like 4 species of seaweed that are still eaten in Japan. But if you go back to Edo, there was a lot more. I'll wait for these people to pass. Wait for her to pass. Not bad. I wouldn't call myself good at casting this thing yet. Or anything really that long. Casting's not my specialty anyways. If you've seen some of my videos, you've probably seen some really interesting casting work. Oh. So, in Japan, they measure the line by thickness. So, if you've got a size 6 mono like this, it's going to be around 25-ish pound test, and that would be around 80 test if braid, I think. Depends on the braid. So 5, which would be one size smaller in braid, would be like 75-ish. Between 50 and 75. 75 would be like really really good braid. Most would be closer to 50. So, like, what are some other ones I know off the top of my head? I don't remember the equation. I did at one point. If you've got something like, also a lot of times the weights, if they do mark them, they're kind of approximates. So, like, I have 0.8 for trout fishing, which would be about the equivalent of 3 pounds US, and that's what it's marked, but it's really actually like 3.1. It's actually a little stronger. They a lot of times don't give it credit. I think a lot of times it just gets rounded. There's some really little fish right there. Even catching one of them would be kind of funny. Yeah, let me bring this up. Get a little closer to the surface. Let me see if I can attract them. No, nope, they didn't like that. Yeah, so you can see actually there the bait that's really, this is trying to imitate. It's trying to imitate those really tiny bait fish. Drop it down. The only annoying part about this setup with the GoPro is I gotta go check my phone for all messages. Yeah, it's kind of tricky, and that's the thing is I don't do it very often. You know, I had a surf casting rod when I was like a teenager, early 20s, that would use a bit. He's doing long worms. He's using a different setup than me. So I had a surf casting rod that I used a little bit, but like never got super good with it. I don't think I ever caught anything on it. It was one of those things like this one. I bought it secondhand, found it for really cheap. That's when I was living in New York City, so sometimes I'd go to City Island, cast it out, try to catch something. But never got good with it, and same with this. It's kind of like not super accurate. I feel like I'm not actually getting all the distance I should out of it either. I've gotten a little better. The first few casts I was like way left or way right, so I'm getting better at shooting straight, which I feel like is something I shouldn't be like having to relearn, but I feel like I am. What is the fire department up to? Kind of hoping they were going to throw a mannequin in the water and then we'd get to watch them do like a rescue, but they probably would have cleared all of us out for that instead of just that one area. Let's see. Yeah, still plenty of bait. Supposedly, well, they're gonna re-dredge this in the summer. Try to get it all to 8 meters, I guess. Or at least the central canal part. I still haven't seen anyone catch anything. I think the noise, well, it shouldn't affect those of us that are casting further out. It's also not prime time, prime season, prime time. Yeah, it does make some. Yeah, when you go by diameter, it can make for some weird weights. I think it makes sense to just round them down. All right. This is interesting. Is there a way to check how much battery I have left on my GoPro? The fact that it's been able to go for 40 minutes without running out of battery is actually kind of impressive to me. Yeah, let's take a fast one. Oh, my GoPro does not have a lot of battery left, so it's probably gonna die some point soon. Which kind of makes me tempted to end the stream here. So I'm gonna keep streaming until my GoPro dies. Lack of batteries. Probably some of this footage is gonna get used in a video about this trip if I make one. If I don't catch anything, I might just be like, nah, no video. Well, plenty of water for the hoses. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little discouraged that I haven't seen a single person catch a fish. Yeah, a little bit of seaweed. All right. My GoPro hasn't died by now. I'm gonna be shocked. Alright everyone, I am down to 1% battery on that GoPro, so I think the stream is going to end probably any moment now. So everybody who came in, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you're watching this later, like, share, comment, subscribe. Sorry I couldn't pull one up on camera for you guys. Let's see what I get for battery lift. 1%, but it stays at 1% forever, which is what I don't understand. Whatever, I'm gonna keep streaming until it runs out of batteries. Yeah, nobody's catching anything. Kind of ridiculous. Nope. I kind of wonder if those of us close to the jetty here, it's the problem. Moving water from that hose is probably drawing out of the ocean from tank to tank to tank to tank to tank. I'm kind of hoping for something more dramatic. Let's see if we got any bait left. Oh, that's cool. Those are the little fish is what we're trying to imitate. Oh. These have a habit of getting stuck. Tangled up. Wife is probably sitting at home like, good riddance. It's not hanging around the house today. Let's go deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was too far. GoPro's still chugging along. I'm impressed. Yeah, strange weights. Huh. I'm honestly surprised the GoPro hasn't died yet. So far, the fire department's been more interesting than the fishing. Could just put a big slip bobber. I have a big slip bobber on the 5.3 with some hooks, put some shrimp pieces out there, and just, yep, well, there it goes. Yeah, they're going filling from truck to truck. Oh! A little leaky. Let's take a look. Yeah, I keep letting it down too far, and so these get tangled. Isn't super good for the rig, but isn't the end of the world either. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, there's the hose that sprung the leak. I wonder if they're partially testing which hoses have trouble. What do I got left for battery? Still says 1%. I'm kind of wondering if my GoPro just kind of goes to 1% and really quickly and stays there forever, because generally if I'm like recording, I see 1%, I change it out pretty fast. And I feel like my battery doesn't last long. Maybe I can let it sit at 1% for a lot longer than I thought. Meh, this one's pretty good. This looks like a day where no one catches anything. It's kind of the off season, although the weather's been weird. I think that's also making problems. That's why we're supposed to have cherry blossoms where I live now. It's supposed to be almost peak next week. If you saw my live stream last night, there's no cherry blossoms. One of these days, I'm gonna catch a saltwater fish. Haven't yet. Well, I haven't yet in Japan. I have in the Philippines. Half tempted to just do what I did there. Put a hook on here, just drop it down. Let's open that up more. Oh, it's gotten completely closed. That's part of our problem. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I feel like it's gonna be one of those days I'm gonna regret only buying one beer. No, do, 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 do. Fishing live stream, but we're mostly watching the fire department practice with their hoses. Because nothing's biting. I've not seen a single person catch a fish since I've gotten here. And when I was leaving, the overnight guys who were leaving, they did not look like they had a fun night. They weren't, you know, usually you see them smiling because they got something good or they had a fun time. Instead, they're just like, I go home. That's Oarai Tower over there. So Oarai was famous for billfish fishing, marlin and such. So you'll see lots of marlin stuff around the town. At Oarai Station, they have a statue that's a, I don't know, reference depicting a scene from The Old Man in the Sea. And then, I don't know, like a while ago, there was this really popular anime that was based here in Oarai that they supposedly, the students went to Oarai High School, or a fictional school inside Oarai, and it's called Girls in Tanks, I guess? Girls in Tanks, I guess it would be. That'd be the correct preposition. So Girls in Tanks. Not quite sure. Anyway, so then now you see a lot of stuff also referencing that. So it's kind of this funny combo of like, oh, we're gonna reference marlin fishing and this anime about girls using tanks. I'm not quite sure. I've never seen it. In fact, I didn't even know that was a thing until I came here the first time. I was just like, what is this? Should I put a second one on to make it even ridiculously longer? Part of me says yes. It's not hurt anything. Let's try a bottom basket instead. Yeah, let's try something different. Oh, that smells horrible. In case you were wondering, in case you needed a update on the smells, it smells wonderful. I'm really surprised this GoPro has not died yet. Alright, let's give it a try. I don't know, some people put on the top, some people use bags, some people use these baskets. I've seen them done so many different ways. I'm not even sure which is the right. Well, I'm sure they each have their pros and cons. I just haven't figured out which one I like, because I never catch anything. Oh, that's heavier. Yep. Maybe I should get rid of the top one. I feel like this probably spreads the chum a lot faster. So maybe it's good if there's like, you're trying to attract the fish. I'm also starting to suspect that there's just too much noise here today. Because usually I see other people catching stuff and it's me being like, ooh, what's wrong with me? But yeah, that's where we're at. I feel like this is just about weighted up as much as this little cheapo rod can handle. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this top thing because it's, look at that, just causing problems. Yeah, it's just causing issues. should have just put a split shot on the end. Wait, do I have a swivel? A loose swivel? No, I don't. That would actually make switching things out easier. Oh well. My misadventures in saltwater fishing. That's what I should call this series. Dylan tries to catch a salty fish that's not his wife. Oh, that's salty. Forget about that, fishing freshwater all the time. You know, freshwater's got usually has this nice, depending what you're fishing, nice taste. You put your lips to it, you're like, oh, that's not bad. You know, probably shouldn't be doing that, but it doesn't taste bad. Oh, put your mouth on this one. They call it the ocean for a reason. You know, that doesn't actually come out as fast as I thought it would. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That doesn't sink as fast either, I don't think. Oh, that's right on the bottom there, that's why. Probably a good place for it. Ah, there they go. I was expecting a little more power, honestly. Well, they've gone from there to that truck, to that truck, that truck, to another truck down there maybe? All the way, loops all the way around. The water's taking a pretty long path by the time it gets to them. Look at all those bait fish. Look at that. That's cool. Look at all the bait fish. Alright. See if something happens. I'm glad that I advertise my channel as I go fishing, not that I'm good at fishing. Oh, my phone is like constantly behind a little bit on this. Recording. Still says 1% battery. It's been an hour. Okay, so it turns out that if you go